What's going on, guys? This is your main man Ben here. Today we got a tech review, a piece of gear that I think changes the landscape of video podcasting. It's not like 5-6 years ago. It was kind of like tacky. You get to sync everything. This piece of gear right here changes the landscape of podcasting. Let me tell you a quick story. 2018, 2017, I went to media school and I saw this big, huge TriCaster. Basically, it's a video switcher and it's big, it's huge. It's used for newscasting, news center. That's what they use, and it's a huge deck built in with those mics and lights and everything and action. It's going here, it's going there. A lot is happening. I was so impressed until my teacher told me how much it cost, and it's around $15,000 to $20,000 way back then for a full-blown video switcher. Today is going to be different because we are going to talk about a nice piece of gear, the RODECaster S. So I got my hands on the RODECaster S. Basically, this thing is a video switcher, audio mixer, live stream. If you do live stream, it does all that. Zoom meetings, you can all do that as well with different types of cameras. You can present if that's your gig, put your iPad there or any presentation, everybody can see it without using any subscription on other companies or providers such as Riverside and all that. You can do it basically in Facebook Live if you want, or Facebook chat if you want, and use all of these. It's mind-blowing. Now the big question, does this fit on my workflow as a solo podcaster, recording mainly here in the studio, with occasional guests? I must say maybe once or twice a year. Is it worth $799 if you buy it now? I got this when it was $499. There's a 60% jump in price. I know, I just have to say that, but let's find out. We have been using the RODECaster Video S on the entirety of this session, and let me tell you all the specs that I use as a solo podcaster. I'm gonna mainly focus on its strengths first. These buttons right here are the scenes. You can use this for your intros and such. If you press that right here, you can do some intros like this on my video and automatically switches to the camera. It's very handy, and it goes back to where you program the main camera. For this instance, it was my FX30 showing the back panel of the unit. Now switching back to the front panel, this is where your templates, where you customize everything. Overlays, if you want to go in with the overlays real quick, right there, you can have two at the same time. If you have a guest, you can definitely have a conversation with it, and it's pretty nice. You can have the front end and the back end of it, and it's pretty intuitive if you ask me. It's making it very simple. And if you want to go back, just press that, voila, go back again. Now talking about this two XLR inputs where you want to put your microphone. Now I have my main microphone here, which we were using. You can configure that as condenser dynamic. There's plenty of YouTube walkthrough there, guys. I think you can do that in your own due diligence. Once again, two mic inputs, two headphones where you can control the headphones. On this side, see this 1 and 2, press that, you go to the 2, press that again, go to the 1. Now going back, these are the inputs for your camera. This is my FX30, which is shooting right now. This is for my CVE10, which is shooting this side right here. Third camera, you can put it once again, but there is a caveat. You got to have either a camera that has HDMI output, or if you want to integrate your camera, there are cameras in their website that is basically able to get another camera here, but the fourth one as a unit. So there's like either a USB microphone or a USB camera acting as a webcam. That would be the one. And this is the external hard drive where the recordings are coming. So we're recording here. You can see the blinking light. Also, the strengths for this one is that there's ISO or isolated video recording as one piece. It goes directly to the hard drive. Power switch. And what else? Landline. If you want to go in and record and put it into your network at home, hardwire it here in landline. I'm using the Wi-Fi because that's what I like it. Definitely you can do LAN as well. Basically, I haven't used that feature because I don't like it. You can do cameras with your home camera using that same Wi-Fi network. You can configure that here, and basically that's one of its strengths if you want to utilize that feature. Now, one thing about Rode, it's amazing because they are superior indeed with preamps. You know, they got the Aphex preamps, which I believe it is the cleanest audio in podcasting realm. However, I've been utilizing the Mixcast for the past 2.5 years, and I'm very happy with them. And I think I'm sticking with that end. Also, if you notice this auto right here, guys, if you configured it, and there's a couple of steps, it's not a lot, but if your guest starts to talk and if you click auto, I didn't configure it yet. Basically, you can configure it as if your guest is talking, for example, in camera 1, automatically this thing will configure it and go to the camera 1 while your guest is talking. And you can prioritize that as high, meaning if they talk a lot, camera switches this automatically. And camera 2 is me, I can prioritize that as low. So even though I'm talking, it's not going to switch automatically to me because I got prioritized it as low. But you can add a third camera for, you know, a wide angle. That way it switches on and off. That is the automatic AI feature. And when you want to like disable that, just click any of these buttons right here. It reverts back to its original form. Now, as a solo podcaster, what is the weakness of this device? I'm going to be honest with you real quick. There is no sound banks in it. I mean, there is, but you have to dig in. And I don't feel like going through all this stuff right here, man, because if you're in a session, you don't want to be clicking in here and, you know, not making eye contact or participating, engaging to your guests instead of tinkering everything here. So these are all the switches for the videos, overlays, and all that stuff. There's no dedicated sound bank. There is no physical slider control for your gain or the auto mute function. You got to have a monitor that you tethered this unit so that you can do all that. So there's another piece of hardware that you have to have. One more thing, no 4K support for this. I know it's not built in for that 4K feature because this is 1080p, but it would be nice if there is one. However, you got to understand having 4K, it's very, very expensive. Even my laptop here, that is a gaming laptop, if I edit more than like 45 minutes to an hour, it really challenges the 32-bit, not 32-bit, 32 gigabyte RAM with all the NVIDIA 5070 Ti and all that nice specs for gaming. It challenges that. I think, you know, it's justified given the price of this unit. Also, one downside of this one is the accessory webcam. There's only a list. It doesn't mean you have a USB-C webcam or action camera. It does not conform in it automatically. So there's a list. It's not like a plug and play thing. I think Rode should unlock that because it is an amazing feature. but it limits it because of that. Now, the mixed bag one is the overlay. For the more experienced podcasters, I think there's plethora of overlays that is available out there, especially in your editing software. Filmora has a lot, lower thirds, those nice titles. But this one, it's nice to have it like on the fly. You can configure it. There is a dedicated Rode site that you can program overlays. It comes with nice names and all that stuff. For me though, it's a nice compliment. However, editing software has, once again, plethora of overlays, lower thirds and all that makes it more flexible and it's nicer. So it's more catered for the newcomers or beginners. It's nice to have it, but it's all right for me. One more thing, guys, I have found an annoying bug. I don't know if it's a bug, a problem. I had the RodeCast going in with the Tascam in the back using a TRS cable with an adapter, and I plugged it in to the back of the Video S. It still does not function. I thought it was just a problem with my Mixcast, and then I went to get my Zoom H4, and lo and behold, it still has that bad frequency, high tone signal. Basically, it's useless. I also tried to use the Mixcast USB-C output going directly to the caster video, and still it does not want to work. So if you have other workflows you think that it can help us, please share it. But other than that, let's continue with the review. Now, my overall thoughts for this. Initially, Rode released it as $499. I don't know why it jumped into $799 now. It's a lot of money. If you're, an experienced editor for your podcast, having this as a video switcher for this simple feature like this, I don't think it's worth $800. If you don't do Zoom meeting, gaming, live, stuff in YouTube or Facebook. I mean, it's way too much for that workflow. $800 plus tax. You run around $820 if you're from Maryland. For newcomers, I would not really douge into it because I don't think it's worth the price plus the cost of the camera and lens, depending on how many cameras you got, and also the microphones. I rather invest on that one because by the end of the day, content is what the people want to hear if they can get something out of it versus, the switching. It's all nice, the switching, don't get me wrong, but for $800, that's very steep. Plus, if you're an experienced editor, 30 minutes to 1 hour, you should be able to edit it real quick. You'll be saving $800 for your, funds. You can allocate that to, lighting or, soundproofing. That's just my 2 cents for starter podcasters. Now, my final verdict about this. If you're a newcomer and you want to streamline your podcast easier, more intuitive, like in a press of a button, it's very easy, like bam, it goes in, and there's AI switching feature. This RodeCaster Video S changed the landscape. I gotta admit that. 5 years ago, if I saw this, it's amazing, but $800, you gotta think about it, man. I mean, by the end of the day, video podcast is emerging right now, and I think it's here to stay. However, RodeCaster Video S is making a statement on all of its competitors. I believe Rode is the leader in podcasting. I got a lot of Rodes back there. I got all the mics for Rodes. I'm a Rode fanboy, man. However, if I have to pick and give an advice, I will not get this yet for newcomers because $800 is a lot. But for the original price of $499, you have a built-in switcher. essentially you have Aphex processor, which, you know, it's leader in preamps in podcasting world. $499. This is amazing. For $799, you gotta chill out. But that's just my 2 cents. Thank you guys for watching. Always remember, God is good all the time. This is your main boy. Peace out.